we got so much history. Here with you is where I'm meant to be. Even after all the pain, I do it all again. 'Cause we got so much history. We got so much history. Wrapped up in these memories.
Yes, guys, welcome back to another stream on the channel SINCLAIRO. It's good to be back. Obviously, about a month break. 2 days. In 2 days' time, it was exactly a month ago. I uploaded the Keep Play and Sell with Elliot, aka Creator. That was a good stream. But I'm back today doing a transfer show. I was going to do a Prem predictions, but I messaged a guy with doing a thumbnail, and he said it was a bit too early because of the transfers and stuff. So me and someone who's joining are going to Turkey this year, and we need to do it before we go to Turkey. So that will be out very soon, the Prem predictions. But today it's going to be a chill stream, a transfer news stream, where I'll be joined by a few guests, all regulars on the channel. Some of them, one person hasn't joined in a while, and the two others are quite regulars. But yeah, before we start the stream, make sure you guys subscribe. We are just, I think, 16 away from 1,100 now. So keep smashing that subscribe button. Make sure you like the stream as well. I believe we've got 5 likes, so go get it to 10 likes soon. And then I'll shout out my socials later, of course. I've got a new Twitter. Obviously shout out my Instagram and stuff like that. So, but we'll get straight into it now. So we're going to talk about Rice, of course, in the thumbnail and the title, and also Mount as well, and a few other transfers. And actually, Man United did just play a pre-season, so we'll be talking about that. Just big up Hanno for a few things. Big up for the idea when I joined his stream yesterday. It was a good stream, or was it Monday? I'm not sure. One of those days. I think it was Sunday, actually. Sunday, did a transfer stream, and we had a few guests on that. I think we had Lewis and another guy called Jay, who's a Newcastle fan, and Lewis was an Aston Villa fan. And yeah, he did the thumbnail as well, so big up Hanno. Let me just add the guest now. It's good to have him back. He's obviously been away for a few streams. Last stream was supposed to be a solo stream, but Elliot joined me in that one. And he's a regular on obviously all the reviews I've done and stuff, all the way from India, of course. But born and bred in the UK is, of course, Manny. How you doing, Manny?
Yeah, all good, all good. Recovered sufficiently from my cold. No more sneezing, no more coughing. I am keeping some earlier nights, of course, but as long as the timing is not too late, I'm always happy to jump on. And just good to be back, and looking forward to the start, which won't be too long from now. Obviously, a lot of other sports have kept me occupied, such as the ongoing cricket with the Ashes, and of course the tennis from SW 19. But it's been a good time, quite busy, and just taking a few things as they come. And yep, nothing much else. And thank you, as always, for inviting me.
Yeah. Big up Manny, of course. Another regular now. You all know him. He's a Man United fan. I forgot to mention, of course, Manny is an Arsenal fan as well. So big up yourself, Manny. Always love having you come on. Next fan, he's a Man United fan. You know him from West Ox Football, of course. I'm sure he's going to be happy with the result today. And obviously, he did mention in the private chat about Onana. We will be talking about Onana as well. It is basically confirmed, not confirmed by the club yet, but it is basically confirmed. It's of course Arrest. How you doing, Arrest?
Yeah, big up, man. Big up. Good to be back and talk about transfers. But yeah, big up.
Yeah, and finally, the third and final Arsenal fan. It's James. How you doing, James?
Good, thanks. Good, thanks. Busy with work, but it's always nice to join an Arsenal show.
Yeah, of course.
Let
me just go through the comments. I haven't got many, just got one at the moment. Big up Aiden Tate. I think he's from Ryan's channel.
Yeah.
He says, "Hi lads, hope you're both okay." Well, I think he said that when me and Manny are in. Big up for us. He says, "Big up." Let me just see if you're a moderator first. But yeah, big up everyone for joining, of course. Also, I did forget to mention, make sure you do watch my streams, the public watch hours, and watch my videos as well. It does help the algorithm. It does help me get monetized. So let me just make Aiden a moderator. There we go. All right, so we'll get straight into it now. So Yeah, big up West Looks Football, of course, in the chat every single time. Big up, man. Let me just put this up. So yeah, big up West Looks Football, of course, in the chat. So we're going to talk about it now. So Man United's first pre-season game happened today in Oslo, Norway. They took on Leeds Premier League team, of course. No, actually, they got relegated.
Championship
team. Yeah, they got relegated, of course. But I just want to address why was Heaton playing? What happened to any other goalkeeper? Is it
So Rich, obviously they announced that he's leaving, so he's not part of the squad. So we only have 2 keepers. So that's
and
why
then Melier wasn't playing for Leeds as well. I don't know why.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah. Go on.
Yeah. Anyway, good.
Where's
Go on.
Henderson?
Yeah, where's Dean Henderson?
Oh, Dean Henderson, he's not thing. Tanag wants to tell him, so he's not part of the squad. So
Right.
they want to try and get rid of him by this
What
week.
do you think happened with him? Because a few years ago he was tipped to be the next big thing, but now it's not really happening for him.
For me, listen, I think that interview, I don't know if you guys seen it, but the interview that he gave out I think it was last year, that he called out Tanag saying that
Didn't he
he
say
knew he wasn't going to be the number 1. So I just think Tanag looked at that and then said, yeah, you know what, it's time to move on. So
didn't he say like he didn't want to train because he didn't want Ten Hag to watch him train because he thought it'd make him the number 1?
Yeah. So for me, I just think there's like personal issues between them two. So for me, Dean Henderson, for me personally, I've never rated him, so I think it's good time to move on.
By the way, I forgot to say a few things. I am wearing the new training kit and I've got the headphones back, so these will be back.
That's all. You're finding the Cronkes. I love it.
Yeah, no. Did I? No, I got this from Sports Direct, so I'm not following the Cronkes actually.
You are.
I'm not. I gave the money to Sports Direct.
Yeah, and it goes to Arsenal.
Their money too.
Oh, whatever. I won't give money to Cronkes. They need money to buy players anyway.
Exactly. You're funding Rice.
So Man United played at Oslo today. It was 0-0 half time, and then late goal from Joe Hoyle and Noam Iram. Sorry if I'm saying them wrong. So yeah, they played Heaton, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Martinez, Fernandez, Mekabry, Mano, Diallo, Mount, Foroso, and Sancho. And then both teams switched their 11 at half time. The only player I recognise on the bench from United is Brandon Williams, and that's it really.
Oh yeah, whatever happened to him?
I know. I don't know. Just not getting played to him.
For me, listen, I don't know why he started the club, but yeah.
Yeah, all right. So let's just get talking to this game now. So, I mean, anyone else can butt in, but of course, Man United's Ares is a Man United fan here. So, Ares, talk to us now. What's your thoughts on this game? Good way to start the pre-season.
Yeah, good win. It's good to see the boys back. Yeah, listen, we need for these types of pre-season games, Tanag obviously wants to try and win as many as possible. Yeah, as I said, good win. Good to see the under 21s in the second half. Good to see that. But nah, listen, it's clear that we need a striker because we might have chances that we missed, and we've had to play Sancho in the false 9 position. So we do need a striker, and I think we will get one. But nah, man, I'm happy.
What happened to Rashford, by the way?
Ollie, the first teamers, they come next week. They come training next week. So yeah.
What do you think of this Hoyland fella who you're linked with? Do you think you'll get him? Is he any good?
With Hoyland, I like him, but I wouldn't trust him as to be like a regular striker, man.
Do you think you're just going for him because his name sounds like Haaland?
No.
Nah, listen. As I said, I wouldn't trust him to start as a regular striker. For me, I want 2 strikers, but if we get Hoyland, I'm seeing the João Felix link. We won't get João Felix. But for me, listen, Hoyland. Listen, I've seen a bit of clips about him, but listen, with how the ownership is very uncertain, I'll take Hoyland in them, yeah. But as I said, it was a good win today. Nice to see Amarin score and obviously Joe Hugo. So big up to them too. And yeah, like I said, good to see the players. Obviously, the more first teamers like Luke Shaw and Rashford and Garnacho, they come training this Saturday. So yeah, obviously we've got Arsenal soon in the preseason, so it'll be nice to, play each other. And I think, listen, our preseason schedule is mad, by the way. I think we've got Wrexham on the 24th, then on the 25th we got Real Madrid. So I don't know how these players are going to cope. So, but no, listen, as I said, good to see the players back, and let's continue the winning way in the preseason.
Let me just read out your preseason because it is a bit mad, as you said. So you got a 2-0 victory over Leeds in the first game. You've got Lyon, then you've got Arsenal, Wrexham, Real Madrid, Borussia Dortmund, Lens, and your final one before the season, the 6th of August, is Atletico Bilbao. So, or Athletic Club, whatever they're called. But yeah. So that is a tough preseason. Arsenal as well. Obviously, we won't talk about it, but Arsenal drew 1-1 in a preseason game at London Connolly against Watford. I think that happens annually. And unfortunately, we drew that game. Goal from Marquinhos, and I don't know who scored the Watford goal, but apparently the training facilities are a walking distance between each other, so they decided to play a match. So that's how our preseason got on. But this is our preseason fixtures. So our preseason kicks off tomorrow against Nuremberg in Germany. Then we play MLS All-Stars on the 20th of July. 22nd of July, we play Man United. 26th, we play Barcelona. 2nd of August, we play Monaco. And then, well, actually, no, the Monaco one is the Emirates Cup. So I might actually go to that game. I like the Emirates Cup. Maybe see thing. Let's get this comment out now. First thing, what has been to be done on Man United list with buying a goalkeeper to replace De Gea? Well, they've got Onana, mate. Nana's confirmed. Here we go. And I don't really see them signing anyone else after Arrest, what do you think about this comment? First thing, what has to be on Man United's list buying a goalkeeper to replace De
Gea? Yeah, I think we'll definitely Onana. It's not been a here we go yet. I think Romano will probably put that out tomorrow. Yeah, goalkeeper then for me. Another club I'm doing this, but I'll go and get another midfielder then. Striker. Listen, regarding to De Gea, there's some mixed opinions in the fan base, but for me, he's a club legend, man. What he's done in the past 11, 12 years, a really good season. I just think it was time to move on and new era from Onana. So yeah.
Yeah. All right, we're going to move on to Arsenal topic now. Unless, Manny, did you want to talk about the game, a Man United game, or?
Not really. No. I mean, I'm just hope. There are a few issues, obviously, with the United squad, and it's a bit of a shame what's happened to Henderson because. If memory serves me right, he was actually England's original reserve goalkeeper for the Euro 2020 or 2021 squad, only to get injured and then have a certain Mr. Ramsdale come in and replace him. And since then, he hasn't really been quite able to kick on. I think, to be quite harsh, it might sound a bit harsh, but his attitude is really his worst enemy in this case, and you cannot consider you cannot give that sort of an interview where you are critical of your manager when you are still technically contracted to him. If you want to leave the club,
just like
because he was on loan at Forest. I mean, obviously Ronaldo's was much worse, but Henderson was still technically contracted to Manchester United, and to badmouth his manager like that and basically prove that he thought he was better than he actually was. It was rather stupid. And now signing a goalkeeper is a priority. I'm a bit surprised that Heaton is still on the books. I thought he would have retired. And the fact that
how old is he?
I think he's like 30, 39, I think.
Oh, gosh.
And of course, the fact that Jackie Butland got a few games ahead of him is proof, in my opinion, that Heaton's services will sooner or later no longer be wanted.
Heaton's 37. He's 37.
Yeah. I just don't think it makes any sense to try and keep him, but I would agree with Aidan that getting a new goalkeeper is a priority, and hopefully the Onana thing will materialise. He is a quality goalkeeper, but he does have a few issues as well. And hopefully Ten Hag will, let bygones be bygones and agree to sort of help him get his career further on track. I don't think he's going to play international football anymore for the Cameroon, which is a very big loss. But
yeah, I think he fell out with the manager, didn't he?
I think if the manager changes, though.
Yeah, if the manager changes, he might go back.
Because I think Ziyech did that before, and then
yeah, he did.
That's exactly what he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, James, anything you want to say about Leeds, Man United, 2-0 to Man United?
Oli
Searching.
Ultimate.
Oh, big up, Coach's Corner, Hanno. Of course, Manny is a regular on the channel, so good to have you in, Hanno. Hope you're doing all right. Obviously, Hanno, just want to big up a few things. Big up for the thumbnail, Hanno, and big up as always. Also for the idea as well. I joined your stream. We will move on now. I don't think James wants to talk about the game.
Didn't watch it.
Yeah. Same. I didn't watch it. Yeah. So a transfer that is confirmed that we're talking about, which isn't in the title because it's confirmed anyway. Kai Havertz joins Arsenal from Chelsea with a 60 million. But oh my God, £30,000 a week, and you're not even going to start. Like, it's just absolutely ridiculous.
Oli, how much?
300,000, 300 a week.
Oh man,
is that actually true?
Yes, it's true. He's getting that much a week to join Arsenal, which is absolutely ridiculous. But we'll start off with you, Manny.
We've got Super Mick. Come on, man.
Manny, we'll start off with you. What's your thoughts? Kai Havertz joining Arsenal.
Mikel Arteta will live or die by this transfer this season, and I'm getting strong William Borges vibes again. We brought another Chelsea cast-off, paid him a not quite a king's ransom. Oh, Hanno, how could you do that? You just put the boot in there, but you pay him so much money, expect him to start. If Havertz comes a cropper, then the fans should rightly turn on both him and the manager. And I know there are a lot of people who've said, let's just support the club in whatever decision they make. But I'm sorry, I can't do that. I can't do that. It's bad enough that we've gotten another Chelsea cast-off, but to get a guy like him and not just pay him that much money and not even guarantee him a start. First of all, I think he has to start. The only question is where. Does Arteta see him as a number 8, maybe a replacement for Fabi Vieira? Are they now going to play a 4-3-3 as opposed to a 4-2-3-1, which served them well during the first half of?
He believes.
Hannah's a Chelsea fan, so he's more than welcome to take the Mickey. And don't you start,
wait,
Oris, don't you
Manny,
start.
sing it, Manny.
We've got stupid Mick Arteta. He doesn't know what we need.
He knows exactly what we need.
He knows exactly what we need, Manny.
We're toothless in the back. We're toothless in attack, and we're hopeless at the back. And we're not going to win the Premier League.
Oh my
God!
James,
yeah, but in a nutshell, I just hope that Arteta has a solid plan for him, and that Havertz will hit the ground running, because clearly there's a lot riding on this. Probably even more than the Declan Rice transfer, because in as much as we've spent, an absolute fortune on him. To put it mildly, at least we know what he's about. We know that he's a decent, more than decent player. Maybe not quite world class yet, but having just won a trophy in his final game at the club, he will certainly want to prove more than a few points with Arsenal, but also will have that momentum and will definitely hit the ground running. With Havertz, I am not too sure, and we should have tried to get Caicedo when we had the chance, and now he's off to Chelsea. So, Hannah, you can enjoy that there, son.
Bro, they've got rid of all
Press.
these players, though. They deserve Casado. They've got rid of like 10 players.
Exactly, and like everyone's saying, Saudi's helping them cheat, but it's all the Premier League teams that are giving.
Bro, they've
them
got all
money.
this money. They should be spending the money that they've
Exactly,
got.
it's all the Premier League clubs. We've given them, what's it, 50?
Yeah,
for
we've
Havertz,
given them
50
60.
for
No,
Mount,
60 for Havertz. Yeah, 50 for Mount, 60 for Havertz. What, like
And
25 for Mendy?
and 30 for Kovacic.
How much for Koulibaly?
I think it was about 10.
10
10,
million. 10
yeah.
million.
And then who else? Ziyech went.
No, Ziyech failed his medical. No, he's still there.
Yeah, I think he's still there.
Oh right, he's still there. Obviously Havertz and Mount are gone.
Trying to sell
I
Lukaku.
can-
They're trying to sell Lukaku as well.
I would sell Thiago Silva, to be honest.
Too old.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he's too old. I would sell him personally.
Yeah.
Let's just go through some of the comments first. James, how are you feeling about Mr. Havertz? We'll get onto that in a minute. 330k to be specific. He believes in the project. Super Mick Arteta. Orest, how did Mickey Mouse play according to SL?
I don't even know. I replied
No.
back. I replied back.
Who's Mickey Mouse?
It should. Yeah, who's Mickey Mouse? Mason Mount.
Mason Mount, yeah, he's talking about Mason.
It should be Super
All these shows-
Neil Warnock. Yeah, it should be Super Neil Warnock.
All
Probably.
these Chelsea fans are kind
Mount
of
was brilliant. We'll talk about Mount in a bit as well. Pressed well and created chances. Smash the likes, people. Yeah, do smash the likes. We have currently got 8 likes, so we're 2 away from 10 likes. Get smashed that, guys. Move on to you now, James. So Kai Havertz has joined Arsenal for 60 million. What's your thoughts on this transfer?
Well, it's not my pick, but we're chatting all this stuff about Havertz. We don't want him, but none of us have the vision of Arteta. So even though he's not our dream signing, he could turn out to be the signing of dreams. Ramsdale, look at Aaron Ramsdale.
Yeah.
He was a very unpopular signing. Look what's happened with him. So, and even though he's not had the best contribution to Chelsea, if he contributes to Chelsea what he contributes to Arsenal, he would be one of the greatest Arsenal players of all time. Think about it. Just think about it. Think about
If
it.
ifs and buts
better
were
than-
sweets
better
and
than
nuts,
Henry.
we'd all
Better than
have a
Henry.
Merry Christmas.
What goal did Havertz score? What goal
Champions
did
League,
Havertz
yeah.
score that no Arsenal fan has ever seen us do?
Champions League final.
Exactly.
Yeah, but
Well,
that's
to be
one
fair-
goal.
to be
That's
fair-
one
That's
goal.
one trophy. That is one
And to be-
trophy that we have never got our hands on.
Go on, Manny.
Well, I mean, by that logic, maybe we should have gotten Rodri, who scored that Champions League final goal. Or was it
Rodri's
someone
the
else?
best
Oh my-
midfielder in the world. Like.
Why would we get Rodri? He scored a last-minute winner.
Casemiro
Manny,
entered the
He
chat.
scored a last-minute winner
Nah,
against us in
Rodri-
the Premier League. Why would we sign a player who scored a last-minute winner against us? In the Premier
Rodri's
League?
not better than Casemiro. Relax.
Come on, Rodri is better than Casemiro.
Oh my! Nah, no chance.
So I'm not being biased, but Rodri is the best in the world.
Ollie, who do you
No,
think about Rodri or Casemiro?
Casemiro.
No, Rodri.
I don't like Rodri.
Manny,
I don't
Yeah,
like
I
him.
don't like him, but it's not about whether you like him.
Manny, who do you think's better, Casemiro or Rodri?
Casemiro with the experience. I mean, he's got the trophy cabinet to boot, and he obviously knows what to do. I will say though, and Oris should agree with me, that there were occasions last season when he went a little bit off the boil
He
when
got sent off twice.
United could. United could ill afford to have that happen, and Rodri, for all of his eccentricities, was actually, in top form throughout the season. So on current form, I'd have to say that Rodri is better. Basing the signing on one
James-
goal, and that's the thing.
basing the
That
signing
one
on-
goal, that one goal could very well be Havertz's meal ticket for the rest of his life. It's as if-
Exactly.
Yeah.
Okay.
it's almost as if it's almost like Mario Götze's winning goal in the
Exactly.
2010
All
World
right.
Cup final. Somehow, I'm really glad that he was able to recover from his personal issues and reclaim his career, get back to playing for Germany, and still do well in the Bundesliga. But still, Havertz and his fellow German are chalk and cheese. And as I've said, if ifs and buts were sweets and nuts, we'd all have a Merry Christmas. Bear in mind, James, that we had Willian. We thought that he was going
And
to,
David Luiz.
light up. No,
He
but
was
in this
David
context,
Luiz.
in this context, I'm going to talk about Willian because
David
it's a similar
Luiz was
signing.
actually- was David Luiz a good signing or a bad signing?
Bad signing.
He's
Uh,
no,
he
no,
was
no. He's
awful.
After
No,
Aubameyang, he was our best player in the FA Cup that we won.
Yeah.
Let me
That's
come
what-
to that. Let me come to that. Let me
He
come
got-
to that.
So
He's
he's one of the main reasons we won that one FA Cup. So he was not a terrible signing.
He's not a terrible signing by any means. I mean, he started off, very shakily and quite horribly, but he was able to mature and went on to become a more than decent player for us. And if he not gotten injured in that down the stretch, he would have played a big role in helping us get to the Europa League final and possibly winning it against Manchester United. I could guarantee that. But with Willian, in this context, he was a midfielder / winger, signed for that purpose, paid 200,000 bob a week, had to play almost every single game. We yanked Willian off in the semi-final of the Europa League second leg when we needed 1 goal, and we brought this fellow on. And he did sweet FA.
Aubameyang for Willian is the worst substitution I've ever seen in my life.
Absolutely.
Why the hell would you bring off Aubameyang for Willian, who doesn't even play in the same position?
James, let me just finish my point, okay? So if Willian was such a failure, and he had also won the Champions League with Chelsea and done so much with them before coming to us, why would Havertz be any different? Maybe because Havertz is still technically young and maybe in the prime of his career, but he hasn't exactly done too well at Chelsea over the last 2 seasons.
Well, Chelsea are a rubbish team.
So let me give you...
Yeah.
Go on. Let me give you these
you go ahead.
on Havertz. Would you rather he scores 3 goals, but one of those goals is the goal that wins us the Champions League, or he scores 20 goals, but we come second in the league and get to the Champions League semi-final?
That is a good question.
Exactly. So it's like,
but here's the thing. I mean, I don't know if you've heard of Monty Python.
I remember it.
Oh yeah, proceeds to kick a water bucket. Connor, thank you very much indeed for that. I can't stand troops. I don't like the guy, but that quote is classic.
That's his
you
point,
brought the Aubameyang, brought the fucking.
But then that's the thing. Like, see, you can't just, coast throughout the entire season and pop up all of a sudden, because let's say he doesn't score more than those 2 or 3 goals a season. What's the guarantee that he's even going to play in the Champions League final or even be in the squad?
Let's just say like Jesus or Odegaard gets injured.
I'll use that.
For some reason, he's a regular on the channel.
Well, listen, here's the thing. As much as, I would be happy with a trophy, we need to accept that it's a team effort and everyone contributes as a team. And I think Coach Hanno's just pretty much summed it up. Will we even qualify from the group stage, much less reach the quarterfinal?
I'm sure
it remains to be seen. Mate, listen, we don't even know the teams we've got. We're going to be unseeded. We could end up having 2 big hitters. It'll be a struggle.
Manny, what was your response to James's question, by the way? Did you reply?
I'm coming to his question, and I'm going to say this. In as much as I would be happy with a trophy, we have to accept the trophies are team endeavors. And, if any particular player performs well consistently throughout that run to a trophy and does well in the final, then yes, I'd be more than happy. But to just coast all the way through and then suddenly pop up like that, I'm not too sure. It reminds me of Graham Chapman from Monty Python, who'd sit on his backside smoking his pipe while every other person in that group would be painstakingly working on a scene. He'd suddenly pipe up and say, let's make this matter. Let's add this one thing that would make the difference between, between it just being an ordinary sketch or an extraordinary sketch. And more often than not, that thing proved to be the X factor. I mean, the Dead Parrot sketch was originally supposed to be about returning a bad toaster. In the end, it ended up becoming a sketch about returning a dead Norwegian blue parrot who had ceased to be, was bereft of life, and now rests in peace, kicked the bucket, hopped the twig, bit the dust, snubbed it, went on to meet his maker. But then a lot of John Cleese said it best. He was a fine sounding board, the only person I had ever come across who had the ability to say the audience will think that's funny, but he was a horrible worker. He was always late. He would fail to hit his marks, and sometimes he'd get his lines completely wrong. He just didn't have the basic efficiencies. And if he's not working properly, you send him back to the factory, get him fixed, and then he'd be fine. So in response to your question, yes, he might have scored the winning goal, But I want to see players who are able to perform consistently as well, and also make an even bigger contribution to, a team's success. In as much as I may not be Aaron Ramsdale's biggest fan, because he does have the ability to, the tendency to make some pretty poor mistakes and show some poor lapses in concentration, I will accept credit to him. He has been quite consistent. If he's able to work on eliminating his mistakes, he will go on to be a fine goalkeeper.
And
But he has to change his attitude.
Ederson does make mistakes as well.
Yeah. Every goalkeeper makes mistakes. You can't have the best goalkeeper in the world and they don't make a mistake.
Ederson, he almost gave away a goal in the Champions League final.
And then he, I think, made a big save to make up for it later on.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, I like my goal. I do like players to step up in clutch games, but at least you've got to have some consistency behind you. And prior to the season, Ederson was, of course, quite consistent. So
he's good, but he does have a few mistakes in him.
Yeah, listen, I don't rate Ederson either, mate. I think Alisson's much better than him, and there's a reason why Alisson starts for Brazil instead of Ederson anyway. So just back to your question, ending this thing here. Even if Havertz were to score the goal, I'd say thank you for scoring the goal, but you need to accept that your returns this season have not been good enough. So Havertz has to hit the ground running. He's being paid a king's ransom, 330 million quid, £1,000 a week. There's no excuse for him not turning up and doing the business. It's as simple as that.
Let's see what Havertz can
do.
So
is your response to 20 goals then?
I would sooner prefer the 20 goals, but if, of course, if we do manage to win silverware, I won't look a gift horse in its mouth.
So,
look, there's no street parties. There's no street parties for 20, 25 goals a season.
Agreed.
Bro,
there is.
Hanno, chill out. Arsenal and Barcelona are not in the same group. What? And also, by the way, this will be the last year there will be group stages because next year will be a league system.
Weird.
It's going to be. Why is it a league system? Like, it's not a Premier League. It's the Champions
more
League.
Games. I don't know.
Yeah, more games, but that's going to be more affecting in the league, surely. Because if you're challenging for the league and you're in the Champions League, how the hell are you going to win the league if you're like got all these league games in the Champions League?
Honestly, I don't understand.
Right. So
there's a Club World Cup coming in 2025.
Yeah.
That's just weird.
My thoughts on Kai Havertz is a decent signing. 60 million is a lot. Me and my dad were wondering that, and 330k a week is ridiculous. Some people don't even get that paid that in like a year, maybe even like 10 years, or whatever. So
very few people get paid that in a year.
Yeah, bro, like probably like the most richest person gets that, but a week is ridiculous. Like, what are you going to spend all that money on when you get all that money a week? Like, what are you going to spend it on? Like, are you going to keep it? Are you going to give it to charity? What, like?
Maybe he's going to invest in his future.
And then it's a thing where I'll play. Where's he going to play as well? Like, is he going to play false nine? Is he going to play? Well, let me think. So obviously he's not a goalkeeper or defender. He can possibly play CDM with Rice if Partey was to leave. No. He can't play over Odegaard, and he's not a winger. So the best position for him is a striker. But we've got Jesus. So why would you give? Why would you pay? Why would you pay? Yeah, 4-3. But why would you pay 3-4-3? Yeah, 3 at the back. But why would you pay 60 million for someone who's not even going to start? And we're going to have to change our formation.
I think you guys are going to go with Rice, Odegaard, and Havertz.
I can see it. So we'll go. This is how it'll go. We'll go. So we'll go Ramsdale in goal, then probably Gabriel, Saliba, and Ben White. Then we've got Zinchenko, Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, Jesus. We'll put Zinchenko into the middle.
Guys, we got a few comments here now. Orestafilba says James is an undercover Havertz brother. Is undercover Havertz brother.
I wish.
Hanno says, Orest, did you see the failed collaboration of Mount today? According to that, he was horrible.
Leave us alone. Mount is our player, not your player. So leave us alone.
David Luiz was disgusting. The Fmerch had already a failed comp.
These shows, what are they doing? They're bringing up clips when Mount.
The iconic troops clip you brought off Aubameyang, put on effing Willian, proceeds to kick the water bottle.
Mount is dead.
Yo, big up Floss and Kate, big up for joining. The question won't matter as you won't reach the quarter-final. Big up Connor, come on bro, big up Floss and Kate, man. Hopefully Arsenal get Bayern Munich and Real Madrid in the group. Hopefully not. Big up Del Boy Gunner, of course. Manny's a regular on the show. Big up, mate, all the way from Ireland. He says, "What's the crack? What's the crack? What's the bleeding story?"
Ollie, no accents, all right?
Okay. Chelsea are a horrible team, so then Havertz is horrible, and he is part of the team, started most of them. Arsenal and Barcelona in the same group. Bullshit.
We'll see.
Havertz needs to at least 50k
50.
GA. Oh,
Yeah.
50 goals.
15
Yeah.
goal contribution. Goal
Yeah.
contribution only, yeah.
Yeah. Arsenal and Barcelona in the same. Stop saying that. Only Havertz can start in the City formation with 4 midfielders. All right. We talked about Arsenal. I also joined again my thoughts in the game. Good preseason win for Man United, and we're going to talk about Man United again. Orest did talk about how good he was in the game, and actually in my app he was the best performing player. But yeah, Orest, talk to me. Mounts confirms he made his debut today against Leeds. So first of all, what's your thoughts on the transfer, and then what's your thoughts on his debut?
Regarding transfer, it was a weird one because he wasn't my first, my first option. But listen, Ten Hag wanted him, and you have to obviously, when you're a football fan and your manager makes these kind of decisions, you're gonna have to back him. But with Mount, listen, obviously we've given him the number 7 shirt, which for me, listen, this club has never respected number 7 shirt, so I couldn't care less about that. So listen, for me, Mount, at least he has no pressure from United fans, because at least United fans say, you know what, let's see how he does. There's no pressure from us saying, oh yeah, he has to do this, and that. For me, I don't rate Mount highly, but let's see in it, because I'm gonna back him this season. I'm gonna back Ten Hag what he wants to do, because obviously when I watched Mount today, I can see why Ten Hag wanted it. But with Mount, honestly, it was a weird one, but I have to back him this season. But if he does bad, I won't be surprised. But listen, we have to back the player, back the manager, and see how Mount does. But regarding to today, you know what? I don't think it was that bad. He almost scored. Chelsea fans, you know what they did? They're bringing up clips where he made incorrect passes. Okay, listen, Chelsea fans, all midfielders make incorrect passes, so they're still crying because they put a banner up. Mason Mount, our star boy, came from Chelsea last season, so they're still crying about that. So Chelsea fans will always be. To be fair, I can understand, because Mount, he was, when he was young, came from Chelsea. He said
he's a Portsmouth fan, though. Portsmouth fan through and through.
Of course,
is he?
Of course, yeah,
Where's he from? Is he from Portsmouth?
Yeah, he's from Portsmouth. Yeah, Ollie. Yeah, his parents are from Portsmouth. But listen, Mount, I have to back him. Today, he was good. Like all these comps here, just ignore that, man. But yeah, listen, I'm gonna back him. Let's see what he does this season.
Yeah. So getting from a neutral supporter now, Manny, what's your thoughts on Mount to transfer to Man United? Is it a good transfer for Man United?
Yeah, I'm not going to be a hypocrite and just ignore this one while I've been bashing Kai Havertz, because bear in mind that these two guys were the ones who combined for that winning goal in the Champions League final, and now they've gone their separate ways, headed to different Premiership clubs. I'm pretty certain the clash between both of them when we face them at the Emirates and we travel to Old Trafford will be very, very intriguing indeed. And Orest apparently, says he wasn't really that bad, but I'm going to say the same thing. He is going to be on a huge hiding to nothing, especially given that he now has the number 7 shirt. And it's interesting to hear Orest saying that the club have never respected the number 7 shirt. I mean, that's a bit harsh, maybe. I thought that Eric Cantona, obviously Brian Robson before him, go all the way back to George
Ronaldo.
Ronaldo in his first stint, outstanding.
Yeah, first season, yeah.
And even when Michael Owen came, and a lot of people say that, he was absolutely rubbish, but that is extremely harsh and unfair.
It wasn't rubbish. What did he do? He got that one goal and...
No, listen, mate, I'll tell you. He scored the last-minute winner against Mark Hughes' City in the Manchester derby. He also scored the first goal in the 2010 League Cup final. And if he hadn't have gotten injured, I do believe that he would have stayed fit till the end of the season and somehow sneaked his way into the World Cup squad that year. But I'll tell you what, just as well, Michael Owen.
Oh, Michael Owen.
Michael Owen.
Darren
just as well that he didn't go anyway, because England were absolutely diabolical.
Darren Bent got really hard done by for that squad.
Who's Darren
There are
Bent?
other people who got.
Remember Darren Bent?
Oh, I do remember him vaguely, but another person who got hard done by was Sol Campbell. He should have been picked, but they took they took that crocked up Ledley King from Spurs, and then he got injured.
Who did they get from Spurs, Manny? What was his name?
Ledley King.
Oh, yeah, he was an amazing defender, though.
Decent defender, but the problem is he was far too injury prone, and you cannot simply discount the experience of Solskjaer Jeremiah Campbell with his 6 major tournaments, 73 caps for England, played in the Champions League final, had a storming half season with Arsenal after joining from Notts County. He should have been in the squad. He should. What?
I was saying, yeah, when he moved to Notts County, that was very strange.
A strange decision, and he also did really well at Portsmouth with a Mount connection there. He was the captain, of course, when they won the.
Didn't Sol Campbell score the goal in the FA Cup final?
No, that was another ex-Arsenal player, Nwankwo Kanu, but Campbell, of course, was captain on the day. And Kanu, beautiful. So
what a player!
Yeah, but anyway, back to Michael Owen. He actually did really well, but injuries also weren't his best friend. But now going back to Mount, as I've said, he's on a huge hiding to nothing right now. He's been given the number 7 shirt. He's been taken by Manchester United. Obviously, Ten Hag has made it crystal clear that he values him highly. And the thing about Ten Hag, as Orest will agree with me, is that he's the type of person who won't suffer fools gladly. A little bit like Alex Ferguson. Ferguson will give you all the confidence and all the love in the world, but if you cross him, if you make him mad, you are out on your backside before you can say Alex Ferguson.
Guys,
David Beckham and others. So that hopefully, Ollie, that answers your question on Mason Mount.
I've got something to play you. Wait.
All right.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
Ollie, you're gonna get copyright. Take that off. Ollie.
Yeah, knock it off. Ollie!
Does anyone care enough to copyright it?
Who's going to copyright that?
Exactly.
Just...
like, who
anyone could see that and copyright it.
Ollie, the music, Ollie.
Yeah, but I didn't play it loudly.
I didn't hear the music either. Right.
Yeah, no one heard the music. Anyway, Manny, go back about Mount. What's your thoughts on Mount going to...
I ended it. All I'm going to say is that he's going to be on a hiding to nothing, and Ten Hag has put a lot of faith in him, but he's also going to have to hit the ground running and really prove that he deserves to be there. Otherwise, it could end very badly for him. And I think, as I said, if Alex Ferguson, if you cross him and prove that try to be bigger than him, you're out on your backside, just like Jaap Stam, just like David Beckham. Although if I were Beckham, I would have sued Ferguson for very nearly, for that boot incident. Beckham nearly lost an eye, mind you.
But Fabregas got revenge for Beckham.
What do you mean?
Remember when Fabregas threw the pizza at Ferguson?
Mate, you and I know as well as anyone else that a pizza does not compare to one of those studs nearly, poking your eye out.
True.
Yeah. Finally, James, then moving on to you before we move on to the next topic. What's your thoughts on Mount going to United?
Well, personally, I didn't want him at Arsenal. Odegaard's a far superior player, but again with Ten Hag, you never know. I think he's a good signing, but I don't think he's an elite player. So. I wouldn't have wanted him at Arsenal.
I wouldn't want him in Arsenal personally. I prefer Havertz.
I still think it's quite a good signing because they don't really have a number.
But
10.
I think he only gets picked in the England team because Southgate decides to pick his mates over form. Why would you miss out Tomori? Why would you miss out?
Tomori's not that good. I think he's a bit overrated. Did you see him? Did you see him in the semi-final? He was awful.
Well, he also needs to bring back Ben White because apparently Ben White's made up with the person he fell out with now. So Ben White should be back in the squad.
Definitely, but
even if Ben White makes up, look, he's going to be behind the likes of Reece James and Kyle Walker.
Yeah,
Arnold. And I know
Arnold. Yeah, two below.
Yeah, so
And like, he's not guaranteed to start. He doesn't like football. Like, he's not really interested.
Oh yeah,
in
he
the
doesn't
World
like
Cup.
football, doesn't he? Yeah, he
Like,
just,
if he's
he
not
just
playing,
plays it.
like, he'd probably just rather be in Dubai.
Why does he
than in
play
the
if he doesn't
F1.
like football? Why does he play if he doesn't like football?
I guess he was probably just so good at it. Like, throughout his childhood, he was just so good, always played it.
Oh.
And was just never interested in watching.
Yeah, so the next topic, of course, the big signing, the £105 million transfer, the record-breaking.
Which hasn't
Yeah.
been confirmed yet, Ollie.
And
Yeah,
now
that's
it
why
says-
it's a question mark there. That's why there's a question mark there, which hasn't been confirmed yet. But it will be hopefully confirmed soon. Obviously, our first preseason game, apart from the draw against New Watford, we don't count that. Nuremberg tomorrow. I think it's 6 p.m. UK time. So make sure you guys check in the scores on that one if you're a Gooner. It's going to be interesting to see what team we play, if we win, if we lose, if we draw.
Honestly, this wait for Rice is more annoying than when your Deliveroo driver takes the wrong turn.
Or when your Domino's order takes hours to arrive.
Exactly. We're waiting. I'm getting more annoyed waiting for this Rice than when my Deliveroo driver took the wrong turn.
Yeah, I mean, listen, Rice needs to be confirmed very soon. It needs to be
Definitely.
confirmed before August. If it's not confirmed before August,
Sure, it'll be
I'm
confirmed.
going to be pissed.
Oh, he'll get
My personal theory.
Where is the here we go, though? There's been a here we go, but when's it going to be confirmed by the club?
My
officially?
personal theory is they're waiting to announce him on the same day they release that stupid yellow kit, so they can announce him in that yellow kit.
What yellow kit?
You know,
The
the
third
away
kit.
Have you seen it?
Oh, the
disgusting
green.
one.
No, it's like.
But the thing
green
is,
Yeah, the weird stripes.
Yeah,
Arsenal
I
need
don't
to
like
announce
it.
Timber first before they do Rice.
Yeah, we'll announce Timber first because I think.
Timber done.
Yeah,
his
but we don't
medicals
even know
for-
if they've passed their medicals. Have they passed their
No, Rice
medicals?
has like the new.
No,
Rice
Ollie,
has, we
Timber
don't know.
and Rice have passed them.
So who's going to be confirmed first?
I feel like they'll confirm them together, and I feel like they'll be announced together.
Yeah, but they'll announce Rice, and then they'll do the video for Rice, and then they'll announce a video for Timber.
You don't
But
think they're gonna? You don't think the video is gonna be them together?
No, I don't think it's going to be like that. I mean, the closest we've had to that is when do you remember when Mkhitaryan said, "Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?"
Oh,
And then
God,
Pierre would.
yes,
That was the best ever announcement video ever, though. Did you see that video?
yeah.
Like he said, "Yo, Pierre, you want to come out here?" And then like he turned around and he was there.
Ever announced I think the worst ever announcement video in the history of football was that Rudiger one.
Oh, what was it?
It was like there was this kid waiting in the shop and he asked for Rudiger and like he's like Rudiger doesn't play for Chelsea. Then Rudiger walks in like I do.
Ah.
Remember that summer there was so many weird.
Do you remember?
videos.
Do you remember the Santi Cazorla one where he came from like a box or something, and from Arsenal he went to Villarreal or something, and he came from.
Oh no! The worst announcement of all time was Koscielny. Remember when he just threw the Arsenal shirt on the floor?
that was disgusting. I despised him for that. I mean, it's bad enough that idiot cost us, pardon my language, it's bad enough that he, along with Szczesny, cost us the League Cup final in 2011. He leaves and pulls off a stunt like that.
and he cost us the semi-final against Atletico Madrid.
Ah, dang.
Anyway, let's just get on to the topic now. James, what's your thoughts on Rice to Arsenal? Are you excited, and when do you think it will be confirmed?
I think it'll be confirmed. I've said in the next week when we release the
Yeah.
yellow kit. And more importantly, I think he's a fantastic signing. I know you could say 100 million's over the odds, but like look at the alternative. Imagine the hatred going towards Edu if Man City had paid the 100 million for Rice and got him.
Yeah.
Like no one would be saying 100 million too much. They'd be saying, why did we not pay the money? So look, we've paid for money. We've got him. I think he's exactly what we need. And I think he'll be a fantastic signing.
Yeah. Manny, moving on to you as well, of course. It's not confirmed yet, but your thoughts on this transfer?
Good signing, good player. What's not to like? A lot.
Exactly.
And,
I
I
always
always-
other 100 million pound players like just Jack Grealish, for example.
Yeah, he
But
was.
the difference is City wanted Grealish, but they decided not to go for Rice. And City happened to be pretty decent when it comes to signing certain players who they believe can improve their squad. for every one mistake they've made, the other 10 or 9 have proven to be absolutely
But they wanted
magnificent.
him. They just didn't want to pay that money.
But
and
the
Rice
thing
had
is,
a
they've
great
got
deal for
Kovacic.
Arsenal.
They've got Kovacic.
Yeah,
So why would they want Rice
exactly,
as well?
exactly,
Come on,
exactly.
Rice and Kovacic
They
are not on the same
they
level.
signed Mateo Kovacic to replace Ilkay Gundogan, who I
Nah,
thought
that's
was
a massive downgrade.
it might well Kovacic to his credit is still doing quite well with Croatia. Wasn't exactly I mean he did his best at Chelsea. Probably dragged down by the team, but he is still doing the business for Croatia. And I
But
think
still,
a move to Manchester.
Gundogan's an elite player. Gundogan is an elite player. Kovacic.
Yeah. Let me just get back to it, all right? And sorry about that, by the way. But Gundogan is elite, but he also was starting to get on a little bit. So I also never really thought of the wisdom at the time of them trying to go for Kovacic when they could have gone for Rice. But maybe they thought that Kovacic was just that more bulldog-like sort of player that they could get to replace Ilkay Gundogan. Now, my theory is, knowing that we wanted to get him, City also made some bids for him. And we wanted him more. We were willing to offer more. But there is a part of me that thinks that City might have said, you know what? We've already got Kovacic. Why do we need to spend this much more for a guy like Rice, who is good, but isn't quite what we really need? You're welcome to have him. Pay as much as you want. Knock yourselves out. He's all yours. And now there's also going to be a huge sword hanging over his head in terms of that fee paid for him. But in addition, it just seems to me, why would City suddenly back out and not go a little bit forward? Because bear in mind, even though in theory they could have shelled out the cash, they also had other people on their list who they wanted to buy. And they weren't going to be so imprudent as to spend that much money on a player unless they really wanted him and felt that he could add to their team. Look at what Grealish has done, for instance. And now Grealish has reaped the benefits, a treble winner after moving from Aston Villa. So with Rice, he's also going to have to hit the ground running, but I have no doubt that he will. Because his final game for West Ham, of course, was a European final where he, played the way he normally does. And, of course, with Jared Bowen scoring that breathlessly late winner, it was wonderful. And so he will have a lot of confidence. He will obviously want to continue to impress Gareth Southgate and keep himself in England's thoughts. So he will add to the team. And if he and Partey start together with Jorginho coming on off the bench to replace either one of them, that again will add more to the strength in our midfield. My biggest fear is I still don't know what formation we're going to use. Are we going to use the 4-3-3, which might not necessarily be very dynamic as the 4-2-3-1, or will we go back to the 4-2-3-1 and sort of try and form a team from there? Because Rice and Partey would work brilliantly in a 4-2-3-1 system as the two defensive midfielders. And West Ham also had that 4-2-3-1 under David Moyes. So I think Rice will slot into our team. But the fact that it's taken a long time for things to get confirmed is just another adage. You cannot hope to spend money that you don't have. And this is a dangerous game that Arsenal are playing. It really, really is. And this is one of the reasons why you've always got to make sure that you... you've got to have your money in hand. You don't offer all the money immediately, but make sure you are ready to have it when it is asked of you. Because it's like, let's say I'm trying to sell you a car and I offer you a down payment of about 80% of the value. So if I'm selling it for 80,000 quid, you can offer me 64,000. You've also got to be ready to pay the 16,000 quid if and when I ask that of you. And if you don't have it, well, there's going to be some problems. You've got to offer me that guarantee, and if you don't offer, and there are so many negotiations going on. Why is this still, happening? That's the problem. It should be over and done with, so that Arsenal can just move forward. Because there's very little time now. We're in July. The season's going to start in August. We've got a month to go, and there are so many more things to be finalised. Why would you want to drag it out and just, keep Arsenal fans on tenterhooks? It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, okay, we're going to end soon now. It's getting a long stream. We're going to end soon. But before we end, obviously, in the thumbnail, there is the Liverpool player that's hard to pronounce, but we won't really be talking about him. We don't really know much about him. And I think
What
he's...
is the Liverpool player?
The Hungarian guy, like
Szoboszlai.
Yeah.
Quality signing. But listen, we need to get Orest's thoughts on Rice.
Oh, yeah, go on then, Orest. What's your thoughts on Rice?
Yeah, good player, man. If only, if only United saw the the ownership, I would have wanted Rice. But listen, Arsenal got him 105 million. I'm not complaining about the price because listen, players are going stupid for these prices nowadays. But yeah, listen, he's a quality sign for you guys. But yeah, listen, with announcements, all clubs, not only just Arsenal, all clubs, they love to take their time with it, and it's something called PR, like all clubs
Yeah.
have. So
It's gone. Like, I feel like it's gone. Like when the announcement comes, like we've gone past caring. Like
I know.
It's like Jesus.
It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen. Then we're gonna be like, oh wow, we knew this ages ago. Why didn't you confirm it? Fine.
Exactly.
Everyone in the comments is just gonna be negative. They're even gonna. If it's announced next week, everyone's gonna be happy. But if it's announced like late July, and they just left it way too long to announce it, then everyone's gonna be angry in the comments. They're gonna be finally, wow, this took ages. Why did you take a while? Like
Exactly.
And if they use him to release that disgusting.
Oh
kit,
yeah,
like,
they might use him. They might reveal the kit
anymore because
They might reveal Rice, and then he'll turn around and he's wearing the kit.
You know what Arsenal going to do with the Timber one for the caption? I'm yelling Timber. I'm yelling Timber. Listen, that's part of the PR, man. Watch
Rice, baby.
And of course, Timber is coming to Arsenal. We won't talk about that though. 40 million, centre back, right back.
Decent,
good signing.
Considering
good signing.
Exactly.
Good
that was a Ten Hag signing last summer, man. That was a Ten Hag signing.
I mean, last season.
Alright. So Onana is confirmed. Basically,
very good signing.
Very good signing for you. Obviously, De Gea is left after 12 years. My thoughts on Rice, by the way, good signing. 105 million is a lot, but that's what we had to pay. They rejected 2 of our bids, and then then obviously Man City came into the race after I think it was our second or first bid, and they went out of the race as soon as we bidded 105 million, and the bid was confirmed. Listen, it's going to be the signing of the summer for me. I did see someone called Football Fiera who thought Gundogan to Barcelona was the best one, but
I think that's the best.
Nah, not for me. I mean, it was a free. Like, why would a free player be good? Like the best transfer.
He's good. Like, look at Lewandowski.
Yeah, but did he go for free?
He went to Bayern for free.
Yeah, but still, I don't think Gundogan's going to do. Barcelona aren't going to do well, even if they have Gundogan. They're not going to be amazing. So I think Rice to Arsenal is a good signing because we've got rid of Xhaka. We need a replacement, and we've got a replacement in Rice. And Rice is going to play well. He's won the Conference League recently. He's done well for West Ham. He's been their captain. He plays for England. What more could you want? Gundogan, yes, he plays for Germany. Yes, he's won the league at Man City a few times. And yes, he's gone for a free. But Barcelona isn't really the best club to go to. You'd either go to another Premier League club or a big side like Real Madrid or someone like that. Yeah, I wouldn't really go to Barcelona. That's where Aubameyang went. And look what happened to Aubameyang. He went back to England to play for Chelsea, and he didn't do well there as well. So
he just finished. Nah, he's one of them. Like,
I think now. I'm going to predict now. Gundogan's going to be finished soon. He's going to be finished soon because
I don't think so. I think
he did well at City, and now he's going to flop at Barcelona. He's not going to do anything at Barcelona. Watch.
I disagree. I disagree completely. I think the style of Barcelona's play will suit Gundogan quite well. He'll probably be more expected to play a little bit of a deeper midfield role, but he can still exert some influence, and it's a change of pace. It's why Aubameyang did so brilliantly at Barcelona but failed at Chelsea. I think the pace of the Premier League was a bit too much for him, and it proved to be too much for Gundogan. But, I mean, not that I know particularly, but I think Gundogan to Barcelona makes perfect sense. Barcelona have got a fine player who will still do well, might have another 2 or 3 years in him. Maybe another World Cup with Germany. We'll see what happens. So, yeah. And Szoboszlai to Liverpool, quality player. He was, of course, a part of that Hungary team, which, ripped us to shreds in the Nations League. So, definitely a quality signing for Liverpool. They also got Alexis McAllister. They are beefing up that midfield of theirs. Let me tell you now.
They are. It's going to be a really competitive top 4 race.
You bet your bobbin.
Another team you can't rule out for the top 4 is Aston Villa.
Oh, yes. Unai Emery. Good evening.
Villa. They're making some moves.
Torres is signed, and they're still looking for a decent left back with, Luca Digne's future uncertain. Alex Moreno also injured. They could possibly be going for both Kieran Tierney and Emerick Laporte from Manchester City.
And I hate to say it, but James Maddison's a very good signing for Tottenham. As much as I dislike them, that is a fantastic signing.
You bet your bum.
The only problem with Maddison is he does have a bit of an attitude, and now he's moved up a bit, the attitude might come out a bit more.
Oh, no. Ange won't let that happen. Tough as nails, Aussie.
I'm not
Any
sure
sign of
about
an attitude?
Like, he's
Orest, you there?
He's not got experience at this level. Like,
Orest.
I think Tottenham.
Yeah.
I think Tottenham.
Orest, what's your thoughts on Onana then before we end?
Yeah. Listen, we need to get this guy as soon as possible, man. But yeah, listen, good. I'm happy about this one. I know there are mistakes in them, but every keeper has mistakes in them. But I'm happy, man. You guys are gonna see how much of an upgrade this is from the Hale to Onana. This is a massive upgrade for us. So I'm happy. Let's see what he does, man. Because the price that we are gonna get him for me is absolutely cheap. So listen, let's go quickly. I think the plan that you now want to do is try and get him on the USA preseason tour. So get him there and give him a few games. And listen, I'm calling this season. He's probably going to be like the top 3 best keepers. So let's see, man. Because Onana, listen, he's quality, man. Honestly, he's quality. And listen, I can't wait, man. Honestly,
Quick question, though. Oris, quick question. Onana or Emi Martinez?
Onana any day of the week.
Manny's annoyed about that.
What's my name?
No, I'm not.
I thought
It
you
was a
loved
cheeky
Martinez.
question.
Martinez is your favourite goalkeeper.
What's his name?
He is. I do like him, but I was just being cheeky. I mean, obviously, Oris is welcome to, like whoever he likes. I'm not annoyed. Listen, everyone has their opinions.
Oh, Manny said that you now got Onana.
Why would I care? You
Arrest,
want
arrest,
Onana, you've got him. He's all yours.
All right, so of course we're going to end now, but please shout yourself, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, where I can find you.
Yeah, on YouTube you can find me on Orisks Football. Same thing for Instagram, Twitter, Orisks Footy, which I'm more active on there now. So, and also always on my timeline is Manny. I think he writes some lyrics, some music lyrics. I think someone asked like on the timeline, name me a music or something, and then Manny out of nowhere just put the music down. So listen, yeah, Twitter, follow us on Orisks Footy, and yeah, man, big up.
James, I know you don't have many socials, but just shout out where you can find you.
Okay, so there's my personal Insta account, FreeJames1998, and then there's my Arsenal account, Arsenal World 202.
Any YouTube as of yet, or?
Huh?
Any YouTube as of yet, or no?
No YouTube. Right. Just Instagram.
Right. All right, big up, James, for coming on. Cheers. And of course, last but not least, Manny, where can we find you?
Yeah, no YouTube channel as of yet, but you can find me on several channels on YouTube. Big up to you, by the way, Ollie, for having me on. Big up, of course, to Oris Talks Football, where you normally will find me as one of the pundits / co-hosts there. And big up to Arsenal. James, good to see you here, and hope to be on more streams with you. Big up as well to my other channels, obviously Del Boy Gunner TV, Hanno's Coach Corner, Speakly TV. I am trying to work on reviving that but I just had a lot of commitments. It's been a really busy sort of summer for me. Up the cherries in all departments, Tony Claude Gunner TV, Danny AFC TV, AFC Talk Show TV, Villa TV, Eugene Spurs Asia TV. You can find me on several channels. Huge shout out as well to Matt the Southern Gooner, all the way in Atlanta, Georgia. Done more than a few streams with him, especially enjoy his work, and also Arsenal history and more with a certain Jez Collins. Wonderful channel based on the history of the club, but also some talks about current comings and goings on with the football club. Social media. If you want me on Instagram or even Threads, the new Twitter-like app, it's Manny Thungatherai 1981. That's my full name and my year of birth. You want to catch me on Twitter, as Oriston has said with his reference to my musical tweets. It's just Thungatherai 1981, which is my surname and my year of birth. And always fun to come on these streams. Always enjoy these discussions. It's about learning to agree to disagree without being disagreeable, and respecting one another. No room for any type of banter. It's got to be proper football talk with, proper evidence. I wouldn't say evidence, but articulation of your
Oh, no.
points rather than mindless slagging. Big up to everyone who's contributed in the chat. You're the ones who make DJ's SINCLAIRO's channel and this video what they are. Take care of yourselves. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the sport that's on offer. If you're into cricket, the Ashes are still going on. If you're into tennis, enjoy Wimbledon. Strawberries and cream and Pims. Yes, please. Don't do anything that the four of us wouldn't do. For now, though, time for me to say good night.
Manny, did you know that the strawberries are from Cheddar in Wimbledon?
Are from
Wait.
where?
Cheddar in Somerset.
Ah, nice. I used to go strawberry cricket picking quite frequently. Quite wonderful. Miss those days.
So I just want to say, been a great stream. Big up, of course, James, who actually left, but he came on. Big up, James, if you're watching this on a replay. Big up, of course, Arrest from Arrest Looks Football, and Manny, of course. Big up coming on. It's always good to have you guys on. I hope you all are available for my next stream as well, which will be a really big stream, my Prem prediction stream before the season starts. That'll be before I go to Turkey on the 2nd of August, and Arrest is going to Turkey on the 29th.
Oh,
so
thank you.
sorry. And then yeah, so it'll be out before then. It'll probably be out 21st, 24th, I don't know. But it'll be out soon. And yeah, check out for that. So yeah, if you want to find me on YouTube, of course, here, SINCLAIRO, 16 away from 1.1K or 1,100, whatever you want to call it. So make sure you go subscribe and share the channel if you haven't already. I know it's a big aim for the end of the year, so let's try and get it even before the end of the year, which would be amazing. And there'll definitely be a big stream about it, maybe like a 1.1K stream or whatever. Yeah, subscribe, make sure you hit the likes on my videos, watch about my public videos, watch hours. And then you can find me on Instagram, ollie.sinclair556 is my main account, where I talk, do stories and all sorts of stuff on there, posts about music and stuff like that. Aaron_as fan page 1 is my fan page. I'm on the road to 800 on my main, and I'm on the road to actually 800 on both accounts. Actually, I'm on 703 on my Aaron Ramsdale. I'm 281 on my personal account. RS, chill out, man, chill out. Apart from that, TikTok Ollie is up at 556. Done a TikTok quite recently. I'd probably do one when I go to Turkey. And then Twitter, you can catch me there, but follow me. I will be posting on there soon. DJ SINCLAIRO, all in lowercase, no space, DJ SINCLAIRO. Basically the channel name, but all in lowercase, no capitals. That's how you can find me. Snapchat, Xbox or PlayStation. Do personally DM me for that one. It's quite personal. Mixcloud, DJ SINCLAIRO 556. I do mixes on there. And finally, SoundCloud is DJ SINCLAIRO. You can find me doing sped up songs on there, from popular songs or songs of my mate's songs and stuff like that. But yeah, that's it for the stream. Big up James, big up Manny and the rest for joining, of course. Big up the chat as well. Big up Coach's Corner, Del Gunner, JPT, Flossing Cape, everyone who's been in the chat. Big up. Until the next stream, which will be my Prem's prediction stream. Hoping to get a full panel for that one. Obviously, we did have 4 people in this stream, but I'm hoping to have me, Arrest, Manny, maybe Elliot to come back, maybe James again, and then Toby, who I just want to say, sadly, I don't want to talk about why Toby isn't on the stream, but all condolences go with him and his family. I hope you're doing all right, mate, if you're watching the stream. Joel hopefully he can join the Prem prediction stream as well. He will be coming to the channel soon. Manny as well, and the rest would also love to have on. And then maybe some returning guests. Maybe Ryan can come on, Hanno, maybe Bailey, whatever. So hoping to get a lot of full panel for that. Big up for the stream, though. It's been a good stream. We're over the hour mark now, so let's end the stream now. Big up Manny, big up Arrest. We are out. Come on, you Gunners. Good night.
Time to stand from